video for him for Christmas and his ex-wife is stalking me. And I forgot to enlist it. I just forgot. And he's attacking me. It was an accident. But I have 8 views. That is not an account that is meant to be private right now. She is literally stalking me, and then he attacks me and he said that I did something wrong. I'm like, it was a thank you video. And I didn't even want it private. I didn't even want it. It's not much. It's private. I just forgot that I'm so scared.
I was supposed to see Steve yesterday based on plans or whatever else, and then I had sent the message because I was frustrated about just because he had changed the plans to the morning. So originally, like this special thing in the evening, and again, his messages and his stuff, I had to realize he's full of shit. But just ignores me. This Saturday, no plans. Then I sent the video, right, and it's like this. Like I'm done. And today, oh, happy Easter. I have something for you. Again, the manipulation, right? That I'm just supposed, and I want to talk to you. If you really wanted to talk to me, you would have followed through and you would have stayed with your plans. That's what I had to realize, how he did these things to me, and then manipulation, right? That's why I know I need the strength. I have to get this legal aid and just serve him and fuck this, because there's nothing, like, I have to. But I've been in genuine real fear of this guy. 3 years. 3.5 years. I haven't been able to have a life. Canada. I told your doctors. I told your doctors. I was afraid of my husband. And you chose to abuse me more. And you did not help. So why do you have jobs? And what did I get for Christmas? Period, in general, if you want to know. Steve got me a lamp thing. Some sort of little vase. And a card. And then and the traditional, which I would have been happier with, don't fucking just, which he does for my birthday, does for everything, an IOU. Like, oh, your gift, like, oh, it got canceled, I couldn't get it, whatever stuff. He does the same thing for my birthdays, for everything. You know when Christmas is, you know when my birthday is, you know whenever. Now, this year, in all fairness, I had told him, don't bother. But where it pisses me off more is, like, don't even bother saying that. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Don't fucking come up with the lie that it's coming later or some other shit like that. Like, don't fucking do it. Said the different, why does anyone want to get married? Because I can't figure that out. Before we were married, completely different person. After we're married, when you're sucked in, fuck that. Like, this guy's a piece of shit. Right? So and all the love I've given out to the world, what did I get from anyone? Nothing. So what makes me more crazy, hearing people fucking complain and everything else, makes me want to stab them in the fucking eye. Of course it does. Hearing about their bitching and their complaining and whatever. What do I think about when shit's really bad? All the people in the world that have way less than I do. That's the shit I would cry about at night. When shit wasn't going right for me, I'm like, you know what? Fuck, at least. And that was my problem, is never acknowledging how fucked up the world around me was, because I was always so worried about everybody else. But this time, I'm not fucking throwing a pity party. Nope, I'm not, because I'm doing something every goddamn day, because Christmas is about what you give, not what you get. And I fucking gave enough. You goddamn right I did. So I'm about to start taking some shit back this year. So Steve had told me that he did not call the police on me. And that's what started this whole fucking thing. He directly lied. And that's why he's not responding to me. And he calls my dad. This guy had me so head fucked. And no, this is, I just had to understand that. And then this process. But he doesn't want it in a text and in a record. But he did absolutely threaten me then again and said he would call. And that's when I included, and it was in 2021, I believe, 2021, when he said, I'll call the police again and make sure you're arrested and put away for good. It was a comment like that I went, I think this guy fucking was the one who called the police on me and made this up. And of course I was hysterical with the police or whatever else, because it's the energies of the abuse and the manipulation and the lies. So I'm on my way to get my daughter, take her to a hotel. She was being sick or whatever. So the right thing to do is, but truthfully, I need to get the fuck away from Steve. So it's a blessing. Last night, I make a fucking video that really isn't meant, like, my account on YouTube is not an account that people, like, Aaron is literally stalking me, right? Or Brooke. And either way, but like that sickness on that I can't even have something uploaded for fucking, a time to have that's the invasion of my privacy and the intentions behind things. And that's my property, my family. Like, I'm not allowed to have a life. But what happened, so I upload a fucking video that's a thank you video for Steve. That's a very short thing. It's like a recap of our family moving on to the next thing. He doesn't even see the video, nothing. Brooke sends him a fucking message. About it. He literally, like, attacked me. And it's like, the screaming in my face and yelling at me and pushing me into a corner. Yeah, so he didn't hit me, but close enough. And that's the problem. The old me and the different things, I didn't know. The kids never saw. This is the thing. It's because he's protecting his daughter. No, how about protecting your wife from the cunt who's abused your daughter? How about that? Because all I ever did was give to that fucking kid and love that kid. She's evil. She became evil. That's fucking pure evil. And where did that go? And he said, I ruined Christmas. It's my fault. All of these things yelling at me. So the old me doesn't have a sense. The old me is like, that's how he would manipulate things and different stuff. Right? That she would control things, and then it's my fault, and then I believe it to be my fault. But I'm like, hold on here. What's the real scenario? The intention? I'm making something. She's in the wrong. They're in the wrong. That's something, our life. And even, like, I shouldn't have to be after all that, like, on the account, like, having to make it private and everything like that. I'm not allowed to have memories. I'm not allowed to have any of those things. That's because of the parents' control and that abuse. But for him to say, I ruined Christmas, I did everything, without even, like, and then he said, well, because I had to sit, and it was an accident that I didn't enlist it, but it was meant to be safe. But that shouldn't matter. That's the point. That shouldn't matter. He should protect me and go, holy shit, there's something wrong with this person. There's something wrong with my daughter. There's something wrong with the abuse that this woman is, like, solid. That we were together and married, that 8 years that I had to put, Brooke became abusive to me. She was awful. She became her mother. I only ever gave love. And because of the control. So what's the issue? Is because he never could control. Like, if you're fucking in a relationship, and this is what it's come down to, and I had to realize that too, like the control that Brian had over me and Amanda, and I fucking, I didn't see all of these people's abuse, but he's the because you have never are honest, you didn't fucking do anything honestly, you didn't do whatever, you can't control how that is. She controls the kid, and that controls everything. And that could be fucking a parent, that could be a sibling, your family, anything. That's why so many people are divorced and can't have things, is because everybody else is control. But it's on you, it's on him, it's his responsibility. He's fucking playing martyr now that he's gonna be, I'm leaving at noon or whatever it is to get my daughter, and he's not gonna be with anyone on Christmas. I ruined Christmas, eh? By making something, that's the whole point. Everything I've ever done for everyone has always been through love and good intentions. And guess where that ended up in? A hospital. So again, Dr. Scott McCullough, why the fuck do you have a job? You removed my license and kept me with that. Why do you have a job, child services? Because you've only ever, it is actually true that your organization is supporting sex trafficking. You have not helped a child. I have not seen child services once help a child, only hurt the children and give them over to the abusers. That's a real goddamn thing. And understand, Steve never abused Brooke or anything. No, the abuse came to me. I was the shield. Like the kids were never on my. I was the one protecting everybody and took all the abuse. I had low self-worth and didn't see it. So no, none of your diagnoses are right. The only diagnosis that was correct was PTSD. And I know that myself. And the clinical depression came from your system and you. It came from you. So again, how much money would that be worth when I sue that you fucking ruined my life? And I don't even need your money. I want it to actually go to goddamn help. So when will you start helping me? Because I've still been in a depression for 2 years. I should be charging Aaron for criminal harassment. Guess what? I don't even know how. I don't have the strength or know how to do that. When's this bitch gonna go to jail too? Or she needs to be in a mental institution. Do you guys see how all this power, how sick this has been? This has been so fucking sick. Sick. Canada, when are you gonna actually start doing your goddamn job? Those letters are a fucking cry for help, that somebody actually pays attention to what the fuck happened, and then maybe you guys will start doing your fucking jobs. As he screamed at me last night. And then always having even constant, you shouldn't have to have constant fear of, did I leave something out? Did I do something? Why? Well, I've had to be more cautious and careful in my healing process. Do I speak to anybody in the real world? No. No. Do I do anything against him, against Steve in the real world? No. Nothing. I'm not stupid enough. Are you fucking kidding? And that's why, another reason why people don't get help, because they have nobody to talk to, because when they go to get help, they get punished. That's why they can't tell the police. That's why they can't, all of these things, because what? You guys have fucked this up so bad. So I shouldn't have to be in constant fear, but I am. That's actually my reality. So when the hell are you guys gonna help? For real. The bench, like, it's here. Like, when the fuck are you doing something? Oh yeah, obviously, like, I feel better when I snap. I do, right? But it's all these things dormant inside me. What's the reality? I don't want to be with him on Christmas. I didn't want to be around him. I went to the hospital the third time to get the fuck away from him, and you guys got me there. Fuck you, Canada. I hate you. And that's another reason. It's just another thing on my fucking plate. Do you think he fucking helps with, like, when you're not mentally well, you're already struggling. I've lost my kids, I've lost everything. The whole thing is, that's what a dictator does. And I don't really, like, he dictated everything. Why is it always on me for everything? Everything's on, like, he gets angry. It's like, you know, I'm fucking barely hanging on. But why? Because he pays for shit. And I've said, I'll pay for stuff then. I'll fucking pay. They don't give you the opportunity to make it even equal. That's why men traditionally have, like, these are the shit jobs, you do them, and dictate around. And that's why it falls on, does the guy know how to go to a grocery store? Nope. Does he know how to do any fucking laundry? Nope. Does he know how to do, no, none of these things, right? It's just all of the things. And then I had to do the kids. I was working fucking all the time, like, and that's the thing, I was a working mom and having to still do all this shit and be shit on, and then everything was on my plate, and you wonder why I had a goddamn mental breakdown. That's why, because of these fucking, and then it's just a dictatorship, right? This is on you because of these roles. Fuck you. That's the problem with society. That's been the problem, and that's that type of mentality, which has been traditionally the white privilege, which has been the problem, the white privileged man. But then what? Guess what, the rest of you men? You've been doing the same fucking thing. It's women that haven't had the fucking equal rights. Right? So, fuck you guys. Seriously. Because so many of you, I know, see how you've been the Steve. This is your one and only fucking chance now, last chance to fucking fix it. It's him or you. And this guy can't seem to die. Why do women stay in abusive relationships? Really? Fuck you all. Honestly, fuck you all. You criticize, you judge, you use women. You operate on such fucking ignorance. Such fucking ignorance. Such ignorance. And when we try to get help, you don't help. But you continue to fight with your wives and side women and think down on women and whores and all of that. And you fucking wonder why they don't want you anymore. I hate all of you. And really, like, all the decorations, all the stuff, all the things, like how much hours and time I put into that for the family, for everything. You think they really did appreciate me? Not now. No. Right? So when it's like nothing, like Steve is like, oh, thinking like, oh, like I could give a fuck if nothing's up. Like I really don't care. Like I don't. So it's like, he's like, oh, we'll, you know, fuck, we'll have to get a tree and whatever. And I should, even for my daughter, make that effort. I hit the point of I can't do any, like I'm doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum. And it's not a strike thing. That's like a depression hitting of, fuck this, right? When I said my kids were brats, I meant my kids were brats. Did I treat them like brats? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was a fucking exceptional mother. Fucking exceptional mother. Exceptional stepmother. That fucking cunt. How sick is it that I can't have a relationship with my stepdaughter because these two can't get their shit together? That's abuse. That kid's not free. However, for the grand scheme of things and how this all played out, she's dead to me. And she has to be. Because again, that type of lie and that type of stuff that she did and what she fucking, like, that's what I mean, how sick that is. Like, she's beyond help to me. And we have to make a fucking point here. Well, yeah, so you get Botox and I just kind of avoided it because, right, why? I've done it once, because if I do something for myself without it, it's always like I get shit on for something else. Like it comes out later, so I'm like, I'm not even dealing with this. That's why I said, like, it took everything in me to do something for myself, right? And it would have to be his schedule, his things. He needs it, like, and I'm happy to do, and that's why I paid for it, like, for him to get, and that's why, like, because I'm giving him a bunch of shit for Christmas, so he goes and gets it done. But I wanted to get it done, just do it. But I said, it's because it's a fear thing. That's the truth. It's a fear thing, and it shouldn't be that way when you go do something for yourself. And really, as fucked up as stuff was and whatever, when we had the kids and all the stuff, like, there was no, like, yeah, Steve was distant and different, and there was different things and whatever else. But when it was actually like the family, the issue actually was Jordan mostly, and her acting out because she was acting like the boys and trying to get attention, and the stress that Jordan caused the house. That was the issue. Not I'm looking back and all the dynamics and all the stuff and moving around and all of that, but like how Brooke was and said, oh, like how angry and whatever, that's manifested from the fucking mother. That's where I'll actually defend Steve, and I was, and all of those things. He should never have, all of that stuff that I'm blaming the system for. He didn't do that stuff, right? That's why I'm so fucking angry, because she's a dangerous kid becoming her mother. To fucking accuse him, as fucked up as everything is, to accuse him of inappropriately touching her when that's the last fucking thing the guy would do. As that's the one thing I would go to he would never fucking do that. And that's what that comes around to. That's his biggest fear. That's why he can't get close to people. That's actually why he's so cold and closed off. Because of fucking cunt type of women. His whole life has been surrounded by those type of women. That's what he attracted. The difference is he didn't recognize I wasn't one of them. That's why he lost me. He didn't see how I have been fighting for the last 2 fucking years. I've been fighting always. I was the one, not him. And I still have his back on that. Fuck you type Karens. Fuck you. You sick fucking mothers. You're fucking, you sick fucking cunts, how much problems you've caused for this world. And you've made us believe that we're the fucked up ones, whole motherfuckers. You're the sick fucking cunts. Sick. Sick. You're the fucking cancer of the planet we need to fucking cut out. And it's happening, bitch. Because he has not much left of power, right, over me. And truth be told, I don't want him touching me, right? This is where it's complicated. No, I have not had intercourse. No, I don't do anything for him. Haven't done anything well over a year and a half. Like, no. But it's been complicated, but tries to use that as power over me because he wants, like think, but it's sometimes a psychological thing, to the lesser of two evils at times. Our average time going to bed used to be around 10. It's now gone to about 8:30. I can't even be, like, I'm so fucking serious. Find a way to get rid of him. I cannot do these. I'm losing my fucking mind. The anger and rage I feel inside me is boiling. It's getting worse. And FYI, that it's from lack of help. I have been crying now. So understand, right? If I assume you're helping me, that's mental illness, because I've seen zero fucking help. Zero help. Zero fucking help. Because I do feel invisible. But if you've had one of your parents love, who've seen you, you'd have a hard time understanding. Neither of my parents ever saw mine. What's the advice from the doctor? To wait till Friday? Oh, soaking in Epsom salts. What did I get in shit on for when I went for a walk, right? But he doesn't get an opinion. Because I'm going to burn her off her foot, right? You have no idea what type of hell I live in. So we're looking at this house again, right, this morning. But again, Steve's like, oh, I want to have a tennis court. I'll do all these things in a barn and blah, 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 whatever. Right, but I look at the house and I go, okay, hold on here. We're in a house that's way more practical right now. There's only two of us. It doesn't make sense. You don't work out. All you do is work, right? So how does that make any sense? You have to have your lifestyle and your habits and stuff. You have to earn that first and get into that rhythm. But that's the lies. 99% of us, and I'm in that category too. Well, if I had this way, I would do it. Well, no, you got to work up to that, right? And then that's why otherwise you'll lose it. And that's why he's lost it. That's why I lost things too, right? It's like I don't know how to, the stuff. It's like, go tobogganing, go this. I only know how to wear. I didn't live like that, right? So even I don't know where my skates are, right? Because I could have thrown those out. And Jordan's like, I'm like, you know what? This isn't gonna be the year I go get skates and go do those things. In fact, it's not. I had them before. I don't know what. I never got to enjoy those things. I didn't get I've had times where I've done it here and there, but that's not how I grew up. I grew up in survival mode. So I'm learning all those things. You have to right? And I'm blessed that it's like this now, right? But this is, at the end of the day, it's his choice, because I won't be I have to get on with things. I in my mind, that March timeline, right? Because I have to get a place. So I have to work my ass off. I'm just scared to get to the next step. I'm not scared to make money. It's I'm scared to make money in my own business, right? And that's my hang up. So I have to go, Candace, how can I be right, in my billionaire attitude, right, when I haven't even fucking started doing I have to get back to I get paid for coaching. That'll change my confidence, because I've done it for free my whole life. That I know now, right? Okay, now I have to put a value on that to start this process. That scares me, right? But I suck it up, princess, right? Otherwise you're not going to get to the next stage, which is what? Helping people and helping the world at a higher level, which is what I've said to do. So I have to get over my shit. 3. As you probably already know, we have sold the store. We wanted to send out a message to everybody publicly to say thank you, because not only have our customers become our friends, our suppliers, even better friends, the world that we have created and the world we have been a part of and been able to see has been far more than a business. It's created something that we believe is a true family that we are forever indebted to and appreciative for. It's just time to move on for us now.
Yeah, 5 years ago when we started this was beyond our expectations and dreams. And I want to personally thank all of our customers, our amazing staff, our suppliers, our Popeyes team, and from our family to yours, we wish you all the best in health and happiness. And thank you for all your support and wonderful memories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm learning how to break free from control and controlling men in relationships. That's why I'm like a child. I didn't realize because that's how my father parented. And if you do, it's like inconsistent. And he's the same where it's like there's no chance. So it's like really learning. He's better. He has to be in that power position. And then it's like, oh, whatever, because it's like that title that he gets to do it, right? Versus like, and then you're not realizing the people closest to you, like how they need you. You do take that same approach. So Brian treats everybody like business. He does it like the same. But changes it. But it's like that's the. But like I'm becoming more aware of it. Why? Because I'm understanding more myself and self-talk. So you don't realize these things, and that's what the kids, the energy the kids have always felt too, and that's why. But they get more resentful, and so many people have parented that way. This traditional, typical European parenting. Right? It's scary, right? And beating, like, and everything you do. And then it's inconsistent too. And why? Because they are always working. They expect you to always be working and you have to be on their schedule and you have to go by their stuff. Otherwise you're not good enough. That's why I'm not good enough to my father and I never will be. So I have to just let that go. He's taken no interest in my life ever. Right? It looks like he's been there and here and there. And that's only because it was forced by my stepmother. So it doesn't matter what he says. He can say and like relate the message she relays to me that, oh, he loves you and blah, blah, blah. It's not good enough. That's unacceptable as a father. And he's a weak coward. And that's the truth. And I know that. He's already dead to me. I'm like, if he died, I'd like, we don't have a relationship. I would mourn his death and I'm blessed. I looked at the lessons that I've learned from the life that I have with him. And there was a lot of good because if he didn't bring me into those things and into that business world, I wouldn't be where I am now. However, as a father, he's never been a father to me. No, that's not what a father means. And that's where I was always, trying to win his approval. Well, guess what? I don't need it. I need my approval and I just needed to understand why I needed his. And now that I see him for, but in that same thing, right? I gave my mom, she didn't know any better. That was the education they had. He didn't know any better, right? They choose not, they think they've done their best. Like Brian, everybody's thinking they're doing a fucking good job, right? That's the thing. That's what people do, right? And then we're said that looking at your enemies. And well, if you're born into Vietnam, right? And you're taught whatever in your head, right? And you're born into the USA and you're taught whatever in your head and you're both like sent to war. You're both believing you're doing the right thing. You both believe each other's the enemy. See? So I don't respect war. So we're cleaning it up. Don't respect your guns. Don't respect any of that. So on the reincarnation side, understand you're not evolved if you still do. Period. I know the door's here. It's not a fucking joke. And I'm fucking cocky about it now and I had to get to that point. And that's what Oprah was saying. When you know, in that arrogance because I have so much goddamn integrity. So I'm fucking I am expecting because what's been the weight of the world on my shoulders my whole life. And I know that. And I know there's other people that feel the same. That's why I believe we're working together. However, if you're not fucking confident, said this has been 2 years right now. So as of 2015 or December 15th, 2021, 2 solid years that I fucking know who's on this team. Do you fucking know if you're on this team? And it's, tradition, typical too. Men get mad when like, oh, you're moving my stuff or whatever if you're cleaning up. But if your shit's been on the table for the last 4 days and it doesn't move, then why do I have to clean it up? But then their version is they're irritated and they're angry that you touched my stuff or you moved it. There's a respect thing. Clean up after your fucking selves. And so many men don't even realize how you've put women in those roles. And I didn't. I had to see it and go, holy fuck, I can't believe I've been living like this long. Get it the fuck away from me. I have a poll up right now for the Christmas decorations. The only one who answered it so far is Steve, and he said it's a family thing. I did 99% of everything. The fucking kids, they hung up like 5 ornaments, basically, over time, like a handful of things. None of them fucking helped me. Last year, because I went on a strike and we weren't together, he got a tree and everything else. And he got the stuff down from the fucking top of the garage. But it's a family thing? Yeah, fucking right. That's the example. And he's answering the poll to the person who knows the answer to that. But in his mind, he thinks he actually helped. This is delusional. So it's like, fuck.